They say no one uses Blackridge Station anymore. Not since the derailment in 1998. 8 passengers. No survivors. The official report blamed mechanical failure, faulty brakes, human error. But the locals still whisper about something else. They say the train never stopped screaming. And they say that every night at exactly 12:43 a.m., a train still arrives. No one admits to seeing it, except the people who disappear. 12:36 a.m. Maya Carter wasn't thinking about ghost stories that night. She was thinking about how cold it was. Her breath formed pale clouds in the winter air as she hurried down Main Street. The last bus had pulled away just 30 seconds before she reached the stop.
"Seriously?" she muttered. Her phone battery flashed red. 2%. The sidewalks were empty. Most of Blackridge shut down after 10. The only sound was wind pushing through bare tree branches. She opened her map app. The nearest lit building on the screen was the old train station. She frowned. "I thought they closed that place years ago." Her phone died. The screen went black. That's when she heard it. A train horn. Low. Long. Echoing through the fog. 12:42 a.m. Blackridge Station stood at the end of Willow Avenue, just past the abandoned warehouses. The building looked exactly as she remembered. Old brick, boarded windows, rust creeping along the edges of the metal canopy. Except, the platform lights were on, soft yellow bulbs glowing in the mist. The electronic schedule board flickered to life. 12:43 a.m. Arrival. Destination. Nowhere.
Maya felt her stomach tighten. The ground beneath her feet began to hum, vibrate, like something heavy was approaching. And then it came, through the fog, an old steel train, scratched, dark, its windows black. It slowed silently, too silently. No screeching brakes, no sparks, just a smooth glide to a stop. The door slid open. No one stepped out. No conductor announced the stop. But the interior lights flicked on, one carriage glowing warmly, waiting. The choice. The fog behind her thickened suddenly, shifting, moving, tall shapes forming inside it, watching her. The train felt safer than whatever was behind her. She stepped forward. Inside. The doors shut immediately. The train began moving. Inside carriage 3. The air inside was warmer than outside, but it smelled faintly metallic, like pennies. The seats were clean. Too clean. She sat near the window. Every reflection showed her face, except one. At the far end of the carriage, a window reflected someone sitting behind her. A man in a conductor's uniform, hat pulled low, smiling. Maya turned. No one there. She looked back. The reflection remained. The conductor slowly raised one finger and pointed behind her. Her heart pounded. She turned slowly. A little girl now sat 3 rows back, barefoot, hair hanging over her face, white dress stained at the hem. "Is this your stop?" the girl asked softly. Maya swallowed. "Where are we going?" The girl tilted her head. "Where you were going anyway." "The ticket." A metallic clink echoed. Maya looked down. A train ticket rested in her palm. She hadn't picked it up. Printed in faded black ink. Passenger. Maya Carter. Departure. 12:43 a.m. Return. None. Her breathing quickened. "I didn't buy this." The speakers crackled. A voice filled the carriage. Calm. Smooth. Everyone buys a ticket eventually. The lights flickered violently. When they steadied, every seat was filled. Passengers sat upright, motionless, faces pale, eyes black, all staring forward. Except one. Across the aisle, a teenage boy holding a cracked phone. He looked familiar. Her mind raced. Missing. 3 months ago. She'd seen his face on the news. He slowly turned toward her. His lips moved silently. Don't get off. The train began to slow. First stop. The intercom chimed. Blackridge Junction. The doors slid open. Outside wasn't a station. It was a field. Endless darkness stretching beyond sight. 3 passengers stood in unison. Their movements stiff, mechanical. They walked off the train. As their feet touched the ground, the darkness swallowed them. No scream, no struggle, just gone. The doors closed. The train moved again. Maya's hands trembled. "What is this?" she whispered. The little girl answered. "It's the last ride." The conductor appears. He stood at the end of the carriage now. Tall. Too tall. His uniform stretched unnaturally along his limbs, his smile wider than humanly possible. "You weren't supposed to see the station tonight," he said calmly. "I just missed my bus," Maya whispered. He leaned closer. "But you've been thinking about leaving." Her heart stopped. "You've been tired," he continued, lonely, wondering what it would be like if you simply disappeared. Tears welled in her eyes. "How do you know that?" He tapped her ticket. "We only arrive for those who are ready." The passengers began whispering in unison, low, soft, hypnotic. "Stay, stay, stay." The train accelerated violently. The windows showed nothing but blackness. No stars, no town, just void. Second stop. The train screeched suddenly. "Final stop," the intercom announced. The doors opened. Maya froze. It was her childhood bedroom, exactly as it had been 12 years ago. Soft pink walls, posters peeling at the edges. Her younger self sitting on the floor crying, the night her father left, the night she first whispered, "I wish I could disappear." The child slowly lifted her head, her eyes black, smiling. "Come back," the child whispered. The conductor stepped beside Maya. "This is where you boarded." The passengers stood, all of them, turning toward her. She stepped backward. "No." The conductor's smile faded slightly. "You don't want to stay." The teenage boy suddenly grabbed her wrist, his grip ice cold. "Jump," he whispered urgently.
Jump where? Anywhere but here. Escape. The train began moving again. The door still open. Outside was nothing but darkness. Wind roared inside the carriage. The conductor lunged, his arms stretching impossibly long, fingers grazing her shoulder. Maya ran and jumped. 1:14 a.m. She hit cold concrete. Pain shot through her ribs. She gasped. The train thundered past her, vanishing into fog. Silence returned. The station stood abandoned once more. Boarded windows, broken lights, no schedule board, no hum of electricity. Her phone lay beside her. 2% battery. She picked it up. One new notification.
A photo, taken seconds ago, of her lying on the platform, captured from inside the train window. Captioned, "Next arrival, 12:43 a.m. We'll wait." 3 weeks later, Maya stopped sleeping. Every night at 12:43 a.m., she heard it. The horn, closer each time. One night, her bedroom light flickered. She turned toward her apartment window. Across the street, a platform sign stood where the streetlight used to be, reading Blackridge Junction. Her phone buzzed. A new ticket appeared on her screen. Departure. Tonight. Return. None. The horn sounded directly outside her door. Slow. Low. Mournful. And someone knocked. 3 slow taps. She checked the clock. 12:43 a.m. Silence filled the room. Then, the whisper through the door. Last stop.